Hi guys, Chris here from Tech Tablets with the Doogee F5. This is a cheap Chinese mobile phone with some actually good specs for the price. Now it's $139 from GearBest, that's where I got this one here. It's got the MediaTek MT6753 in it. It's an octa-core processor, it has a Mali T720 GPU in it, 3 gigabytes of RAM, and it's 4G. For that price, I think is pretty good specs there. And I have seen some other mobile phones with this chipset in it, and they tend to run reasonably well with that octa-core here. So back of the box does actually list just a few specs on here with the screen. So it's got a 5.5-inch 1080p screen as well, and it does have Android 5.1 on there, and you can see the details there on the RAM and the cameras. So I'll have a look here in the box if I can get it open. Okay, so it's well wrapped up here in some bubble wrap. And there we have it. We see we've got menu, home, and back buttons there on the front. We have camera, front-facing camera there. Yeah, Doogee F5 on it, and it actually comes with a hard case already on it out of the box, which is interesting. I can't say I've actually seen that before. There is a fingerprint sensor here on the back. There's the rear-facing camera, 2 LED flashes there, a microphone, and on the bottom here we have 2 gaps there for the speakers. Probably one of these is only the speaker and is just for show, probably to make it look symmetrical. Another microphone there, so that back microphone will probably be used for noise cancellation. There's the micro USB port, and it is actually made out of metal here. So if we can see if I can get it out of this case. Alright, so I managed to get the case off. It was extremely hard to get off, but it is got a metal build around the edges, at least the frame of it, the whole frame of it is metal there. And it feels reasonably premium. It does have quite sharp edges there. Let's just get the camera to focus. You can see that those edges are a little bit sharp, the corners on them, which I don't particularly like there. And the back of it is definitely plastic there. So the back of it is plastic, and this isn't actually removable. You're not meant to at least pull that off the back of it. So on the top there we also have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and here's the SIM card slot on the side. So we need the SIM card tool to open that up, and we have a volume up and down and the power on button there on the side. So have a look and see what else is in the box here included. There should be the charger, and this is an EU one here for me. And apparently it does support fast charging too, this phone. So have a look at these specs. So that's rated to 2 amps, 5 volts. So fairly standard charger there. And that's the USB plug there on the back. And they have included a cable for me, which is good. And I imagine there should be somewhere here a SIM card tool or similar. Must be in here, the rest of the paperwork and whatnot. Okay, so they have actually included another screen, well, a screen protector. It's very nice of them to do that. Safety information leaflet, and that is in English, Spanish, a few other languages there. And they've given us the SIM tool and a nano to micro SIM adapter, which is handy. We might need that, so that's good. And there's just a few other quick start guide in there as well. So before I power it on, I'll just see how thick the phone is and the weight of it. So you can see here that it's 186 grams, which isn't too bad. It's actually a bit heavier than I thought, probably because of the fact that it is made out of metal there, making it a little bit heavier. Now the thickness comes in at around about 9mm there. So not the thinnest, but overall not really too bad at all there. Now just power it on, and hopefully there's enough. Okay, it's already actually turned on, so that was alright. Let's pull the screen protector off. And overall, the screen doesn't look too bad. I don't think that is actually fully laminated by the looks of it. It looks to already have a screen protector applied to it. Yes, it does. So at least we don't need to put one on. So the screen protector's already there. Let's have a quick look at the Android version. So it's 5.1. And I will be running some benchmarks and tests on this phone. Check out the battery life just to see how well. Also Geekbench 3 score, 3D Mark, GPU bench, and play some games on this, do some gaming tests. And also test out that camera too. So have a look at the camera very quickly. Turn that on, just take a few snaps. Seems fast enough. And the default application, so it looks like there's a couple of bloaty applications on there. They've installed Go Keyboard, Doogee Extender. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, there's another keyboard app on there as well. So there are a few bloaty applications there. Just a couple of step count as well. It's probably something that a lot of people won't really need. Just show you the SIM card slot. It does accept micro SD cards. And all you need to do is just insert them this way around. So you can place then a micro SIM in this slot here. And if you wanted to use 2 SIMs, then you can place a nano one just in the second slot there. You have to put it in, of course, up that way. There's a small little guide there. If you can see, there's some etchings just on here. It's quite hard to make out, but there, it does tell you that SIM 1, SIM 2. And it's just instructing you there which way the actual micro SD card goes in there. And it does support my 64GB card here, which is good to see. So that just goes in this way, and then you put it like that back into the phone. So I've now actually set my SD card to be the default, right, just using that card instead of the onboard 16GB that there is there. So I have a total free space there available, almost 60GB there, which isn't that bad at all. So I can definitely fill that up with a lot of things there. And the actual phone storage has just 10.5 free of the 16, so it does have a bit of space taken up there, obviously by the ROM. Just go through a couple of the settings here. We do have gestures, so we can have gestures for the lock screen, double tap, similar to the LG G2. I think they put that in, that feature. So I'll be back with another video here, and I'll do all those benchmarks that I mentioned. So I'll just test out 3D Mark results, Geekbench 3, battery life, video and camera samples. So if you're interested in that, do check back on the channel and the playlist, and I'll have that video up and coming hopefully within a week or so, and as well as my full review and impressions of this $139 octa-core mobile phone from China. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you see you soon.